I'm also a big fan of the Blue Ocean Strategy, another book which I've espoused in various um, contexts in our meetings. And the Blue Ocean Strategy involves creating a simpler system. Uh, Everything gets to be complicated to the point where one example in the book talks about wine. Uh, and so for a long time, wine was a mystery and a mystique. And then the internet comes along and there's more education and that. But it's still a lot of kind of wine snobbery. Um, and the common person can't really understand it. Nobody reduces it to simple terms they can relate to. And along comes a company like Yellowtail out of, I think, Australia, and says, let's just make it simple. This is all you need to know. Buy this, it's a reasonable price, it covers most of the waterfront. You don't need a lot of knowledge, you can just simply enjoy it. And it just blows up because they've taken something that was complex and snobby and simplified it. And so it's the same kind of with the insurance system or whatever. A lot of simplicity would go a long way. If you only had good doctors, you wouldn't need that much. It would be a transactional company, not a let's see how many times you have to ask to do a surgery that you get until you get permission to do a surgery. So, and there are other examples in that book that I can't recall, but it gets down to having a strategy. And my concept of a strategy is what you're doing that's different than what everybody else is doing. So if you have a strategy that you're going to beat them at their own game, that's not a strategy. If you're going to go to war and you're going to use the same types of guns and the same airplanes and think you're going to beat the other enemy because you can use the same guns and airplanes better than they can and warships, it's not a strategy. It gets down to luck. So when I think of strategy, I usually think of combining several different technologies to affect what you're trying to do and to accomplish what Warren Buffett would call creating a moat. He likes to have companies where there is a moat around them so that nobody can penetrate the castle and get to it, and that he can control the market. And I like him a lot because, again, he's not out to see how much money he can make. He likes to just make things run well. He expects things to run well, to be profitable, to be efficient. And as he says, you always leave something on the table in case you want to go back and negotiate with that person again and do another deal. He doesn't see how much he can take out of somebody to be successful. Buy great companies at great prices and operate them well.